We're going to go ahead and do the walkthrough for this RV. We're very excited to have you use one of our units. The vehicle drives just like your vehicle at home. It's a little bit bigger, wide turns, watch for poles and columns in and out of the gas station. As we start to move down the side of the RV, we have a couple of compartments, and but first we have the freshwater fill tank. It's a 40-gallon tank. You just remove the cap, you can set your hose in, and you can fill up. Watch the gauges on the inside as it fills up. Once it shows full, you can shut off your water. We don't want you to overfill the tank. Moving a little bit further, this is the exterior compartment for the generator bay. We'll show you how to start the generator on the inside. When you get to your RV park, this is the electrical outlet plug. You'll take the power cord from the compartment, you'll plug it in here, and then you'll plug it in at the RV park. That's going to provide power for you on the inside. You do need a power source for AC, microwave, and any of the outlets. So you'll either need to be using the park power at the RV or running off of the generator. We do have an unlimited generator package to assist you with those power needs. A little bit further, this is the back of the refrigerator and the exhaust for the hot water heater. The hot water heater is a 5-gallon tank, takes about 15 minutes to heat up, and then based off of your consumption on how long it needs to recycle. This can be hot as well as this vent. This is the exhaust for the furnace. A little bit further, we have the fuel tank. It's a 50-gallon tank. The vehicle and the generator run off of the same tank. Unleaded fuel. We open up this compartment, and this is where the fun stuff is. We have our dumping station. So if you look, we have the black valve and we have a gray valve. The black is the sewage and the gray is the dirty sink and shower water. At the time that you're going to dump, you're going to remove this cap. You'll take the sewer hose, connect it, and put the elbow into the sewer hole into the ground. We typically tell people to pull the black valve first and then chase it with the gray, so that the cleaner, dirty water kind of filters out the hose. At the RV park, if you have water hookup, you'll want to use the city water connection. That's going to provide water pressure to the inside for all of your uses. This other one, it says Santa Flush. You're more than welcome to use this. This is just to clean out the black tank, to fill it with water to flush it out. You have to make sure that you have the black valve open when you are doing that. Otherwise, it's going to overfill and flow into the inside, and we do not want a yucky, stinky mess on the inside of the RV. So if you did need to flush the tank, you can move the hose from this outlet to this one. Make sure the gray valve is open. As we move along, there is an access panel to the rear compartment here. We do have a ladder for roof access for maintenance only. Please stay off the roof. And then we have a very large compartment here on this side. You can fit a lot of items in here. As we move along, we also have an electric awning. It's almost the whole length of the RV. It is very easy to use. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds to put in and out. It is only a shade structure. Any wind, rain, snow, any other inclement weather, make sure you put it up. Nighttime you're sleeping, you go down to the river or go for a hike, put it up. They are expensive to replace, and we don't want to have you to incur that expense. One last compartment. This is where your propane fill is. It's just like your barbecue at home. Most fueling stations that have one of the big white tanks, that's where you can refuel the propane. Like I said, we're excited to have you guys use our unit. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. As we step into the RV, we have some switches here. There's an awning switch, there's a light bar underneath the awning, as well as a step light. And then we also have our interior lights. This is a battery disconnect switch. As you can see, the arrow is pointing towards 3 o'clock on the on position. Make sure that it stays on during your whole entire trip. Otherwise, you'll lose power on the inside. It is just to preserve the batteries in storage mode is why we would turn it off. Also, this little black box is a regulator for the solar panel on the roof. We have another control panel right up here. First things first, to start the generator, you actually push down towards stop to prime the pump. Once the pump has been primed, the red light turns on, and then you press and hold towards start till the generator engages. It takes about 45 seconds to deliver power to the inside of the RV after the generator has started. We have some buttons here, and they measure the tank levels. So the propane is showing full, the battery power, the freshwater tank is full, and then the black and gray tanks are empty. Those are just estimates and guides to give you an idea of on those levels. We also have the water pump switch. When you turn the water pump switch on, the light illuminates. That's how you'd be using the water from the fresh water tank. It also has a dual hot water heater. You can either use gas, or if you're plugged in at the RV park, you can use the electric. As we step inside, we have the cab over bed. Please use the ladder up and down, not the seat backs or the dinette. Those are not weight bearing. Inside this compartment, we have a DVD player and the remotes, as well as the front TV. The front TV does swivel out for your convenience. There's also some USB outlets that you can use here. The table does fold down into a bed as well. If you look underneath, there's a little lever. You'd kick this lever over, you'd push the table down, and it's going to rest on this rail. At that point, you take the seat back cushions and put them on top of the table, and then that's going to provide another bed for you. Next, we have the refrigerator. To turn the refrigerator on and off, there's actually a switch up here, a little button. You just press the button, and it should go ahead and determine if it has propane or electric, and it will light the pilot light to run off of that. Before we get too far back, we have an overhead AC unit, and it's just a turn knob for what setting you would like. You do need electric for the overhead AC, the microwave, and any of the outlets. So that would be power at the RV park or utilizing the generator. As we're moving along, we also have the microwave, and then we have a stovetop with 3 burners. And just so you know, these are drawers where you can store plenty of your cooking items and utensils. When you are cooking, this is just a glass cover. It is not a glass cooktop. Make sure you lift it up all the way so that the burners vent properly. And then also, there is a roof vent, and there's 3 switches underneath the countertop. And one of those switches controls the fan in that rooftop vent, and then the other 2 are lights. Moving along, this is actually the furnace where the heat will be coming out. And then just make sure you don't have any items on there. This is the thermostat switch. It's just a toggle left and right with your temperature. And then if you do have an issue, this is where your electrical panel is. It has a bank of fuses as well as all of your breakers like your electrical panel at your home. There are extra fuses up inside the glove box in front. We have the bathroom here. We have to flush the toilet. There's the foot flush. We also have an outlet there, and that's the GFCI that controls all of the outlets inside of the unit. And we got a sink and a large shower for you guys to use. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you soon, and we hope you have a great trip. Thank you.